Good morning. So it's Friday and school was canceled today. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am a huge proponent of the Second Amendment. With that said, the reason that I'm not at work, or we didn't have work today or school today, was because yesterday, or the day before, the day before yesterday, someone brought a gun to the middle school. Now, they're not releasing much information, which is, I think, well, it's because if they release the wrong information, people might get it in their heads to go and perform vigilante justice on the wrong person, you know what I mean? So, so we don't know much about what's going on. Last night, on Thursday, the district and the police officer both got tips that someone was going to do something today. So they just said, screw it, cancel school. Now, like I said, I'm a big Second Amendment guy, huge. I'm so pro Second Amendment that I think felons losing their right to bear arms is against the Constitution. When felons go and do their time, they pay their debt to society. Why are we taking away their right to vote, their right to bear arms to protect themselves? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Now, I'm also for the death penalty. So the thing is, what do we do? What do we do about something like that? Where a minor brings a firearm to school with the intent to cause harm. I think this is one of those things where we fight fire with fire. You know what I mean? I've always been for having responsible background checked people. Teachers, staff, the janitor, frickin' everybody should be packing heat. Not the kids, obviously, but the adults should be packing heat. And if they're unwilling to, there should be like a certain percentage of faculty should be packing, you know what I mean? And if you are in somewhere like Portland or whatever, Seattle, where teachers are vehemently against firearms, well, that's fine. I guarantee you can find veterans and just, people who are just not necessarily veterans, but people that are pro Second Amendment, pro protecting the kids, that will volunteer to, basically walk the halls, hang out at the dang thing, whatever. They're not paid, they're just hanging out. Shotguns on the ready, you know what I mean? Because it's like the police. They walk around with firearms to prevent and deter. That's the same thing. Walk around to prevent and deter. Now, that's only going to prevent the immediate thing. What do we do about the whole kids bringing a gun to school thing? Like, this wasn't a thing when I was a kid. In fact, when I was a kid, there was a couple guys at my school during hunting season. They would have shotguns in their trucks at school. If it wasn't shotguns, it was, depending on the season, they'd have a firearm in the truck. And I think it comes down to punishments aren't severe enough anymore. I think that people are, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to go to jail? Oh no, scary. You know what I mean? It's not like, what? Oh no, I'm gonna go to jail. When we used to, you know, people used to be flogged in the public square to demonstrate to everybody, hey, this is, you want to fucking do something stupid? This is what happens when you're stupid. Okay, you're in the stocks for 3 days. You know what I mean? And you're whipped. You know, they used to take people who would steal, they'd take your hand. You know, I think at the very minimum we should take the trigger finger, take the pointer finger. Take it. Take a thumb. You know, we don't you can look at that as archaic and medieval. But I mean, that's fine. I don't care. You wanna do that, then you're gonna lose something dear to you severely. Your punishment should be severe. I don't like to coddle. I don't coddle. When I see the weak being coddled, it pisses me off. You should not lower standards, expectations, punishments, whatever, because someone is weak. And that plays into punishments too. We shouldn't coddle anybody. We shouldn't be this, you know, the whole tolerance and diversity thing. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. You know, like, no, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what background you come from, how much money your parents do or do not have. Your punishment should be the same, and it should be brutal. Because you were about to, or you had planned to be brutal on others and take their lives away. Or just maim them, both physically and mentally and spiritually. You're trying to maim people. Children. I don't care if you're a child yourself. You know, then maybe it might deter some people. Like, dude, if I do this and I get caught, before it was, I'm just gonna go to jail. I'll be out. Watch. I'll be out. No big deal. But yeah, you'll be out, but you'll also be missing fingers, bro. And everyone's gonna know what you did. Like, yeah, you could pay your debt to society, but I feel like if you take a life, your life should be forfeit. You know, this isn't like felony tax evasion, where it's like, okay, whatever, no big deal. This isn't possession of 15 pounds of marijuana type thing. When it comes to that stuff, so dumb. But when it comes to inflicting harm on others and taking others' lives, hits you with the book maximum punishment every single time. And add some stuff, man. It's so dumb. It's so freaking dumb. Like I said, what's gonna happen to him? What's the worst that's gonna happen? Jail? Life? Whatever. No big deal. You have to remember, their mentality is skewed. They don't care. Make them care. Make them care. And I think parents should be held responsible as well. You know, because a child raised up properly, chances are this wouldn't happen. Something like that wouldn't happen. You know, I don't think that, I mean, it's a good idea to lock away your firearms. It's a good idea. But at the same time, if something were to happen, hey, time out, bad guy, I gotta go get my gun. Time out, it's locked up. You know? Oh, okay. I'll wait. No. They should be readily available and accessible. Within arm's reach. But that comes into, you know, I've talked about it before, is education. Educate your children on what a firearm is for, what it does, how it functions, so that way there's no accidental discharges. Treat, never keep. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded, man. Never point your weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. As long as they get that down, that covers all the bases, dude. They're not toys. You can have fun with them, but they're not to be played with at home or irresponsibly. Like, you don't wave it around. Every now and then it might be fun to angle it, you know what I mean? For that kill shot, for that critical hit. But when you're at an actual range, you know, like a gun club, that's not allowed. That doesn't fly. You're not doing that. You need positive control of your weapon at all times. But when you're out in the woods, out at the quarry, or on Bureau of Land Management land, public land, where you know for a fact there's nothing around that you can hit or hurt, yeah, go ahead, 1 or 2, no big deal. Otherwise, treat it super seriously, man. Like, you can have fun and be super serious at the same time. You know? Everyone always wants to pretend that it's one extreme or the other. No, dude, no. Be smart. Teach your kids. Introduce a little bit of damn structure to your house. You know, kids getting away with whatever they want. Anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna go kill it. And then we'll see what else we can get into for today. My wife actually needs the car later, so I gotta get back. We have another vehicle, but it's busted. I don't want to talk about it. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.